It always starts the same: a bolt that refuses to move, a hinge that screams with every push, or a patch of rust slowly devouring your car like a silent assassin. And you know what comes next: an expensive date with your mechanic. But what if I told you the hero your car needs isn't a fancy tool or a pricey service, but a $5 can hiding in plain sight in your garage? This little blue and yellow can isn't just for squeaks. It's a legend in the hands of mechanics. A secret weapon that can break, clean, protect, and even heal your car in ways you never imagined. Today, we're revealing 11 jaw-dropping WD-40 hacks that can save you thousands, extend your car's life, and make you wonder how you ever survived without it. Chapter 1. Removing stubborn rust from nuts and bolts. We all have at some point attempted to replace a wheel, a part, or bear down on our hood, only to come face to face with a fastener that will not budge. So frustrating and costly is the issue. They will become rusty and corrode, particularly in vehicles that are under the effects of rain, snow, or salted roads. That resistant screw may force you to visit a mechanic only to be charged not only on the labor cost, but even on the part to be replaced in the process. This is where WD-40 would come in. Simply spray it around the rusty bolt, leave it there about 10 to 15 minutes, and you will be surprised with the difference. The formula soaks up into the rust, breaking the bond between the metal and the corrosion. This entails less brutality, no denuded threads, and no broken bolts that have to be replaced at high costs. With prolonged exposure, simply applying WD-40 on rust hotspots, such as wheel nuts, suspension bolts, and battery terminals, can mean rust never has a chance of forming in the first place and could save you hundreds of dollars in future part replacements. Chapter 2. Protecting your car's undercarriage from corrosion. Assuming you live on the coast or an area where the roads are salted during the winter, the undercarriage of your car is under attack all the time. Not only does rust spoil the appearance of your car, it also makes the frame weak and may cause structural damages worth thousands to repair. An intelligent preventive measure? Apply WD-40 to act as a shield. Safely jack your car up and clean the undercarriage, then spray a thin coat of WD-40 on any exposed metal parts. It creates a shield to moisture and reduces corrosion. Look at it as sunscreen for your vehicle. One application can easily last you months, and a quick reapplication every 3 or 4 months can quite literally extend the life of a part twofold. Chapter 3. Silencing squeaky hinges and doors. Nutter. It simply happens. You arrive home, park your car in the driveway, and creak. That squeal you get out of your car door hinge lasts a long time, and all the neighborhood can hear it. Although this annoyance could be compared to the situation when an annoying neighbor knocks at your door, yet you do not seem to give it a second thought. That squeaking noise is your car that tries to tell you something. In the long run, squeakiness of hinges is more than a bother. It is the indicator of metal surfaces rubbing against each other without sufficient amounts of lubricant. This friction slowly erodes parts of the hinge, and in case it is not minimized, this situation may result in loose bolts, weak joints, and finally, in the overall hinge breakdown. Hinge issues can be tough to fix, and the easy way is not necessarily the cheapest way. Replacing a door hinge would land you a couple of $100s at a local body shop, not to mention the very inconvenience of a misaligned car door. Chapter 4. Restoring faded headlights. Yellowed, cloudy headlights are not only an ugly blemish, they will age your car prematurely by several years, and, more seriously, they cut light intensity on the road in half. Not only does this render your car less appealing, but also causes a major safety risk when visibility is particularly important, as can be found during night or poor weather conditions. With the passage of time, sun, UV lights, rain, and road dirt lead to the top coating of the headlight lens oxidizing. That is what results in that dull yellowish haze, like you find on so many older vehicles. The solution is thought by most car owners. Quite simply, there is only one solution to this. They can only either spend $100 to $200 to have headlight restoration professionally done, or they can spend a few hundreds of dollars worth of replacement of the entire light units. In fact, there is a fast, cost-effective substitute lurking in your garage, a can of WD-40. You can very quickly eliminate that sort of oxidation on the headlight lens by simply spraying WD-40 onto the surface and then cleaning off the WD-40 with a soft microfiber cloth. Chapter 5. Removing stubborn stickers and decals. Even that ancient parking permit tacked to your windshield, the dealership sticker on rear window, or that old sticker on the bumper stuck there years ago just might seem like an impossible task to remove. As soon as you begin to peel it, the paper vinyl tends to rip that in microscopic fragments, leaving a matted residual substance that simply adheres on the surface. Plenty of individuals resort to scraping with a fingernail, a credit card, or even sharp blades. However, that can leave a scratch on the glass, or even crack the paint. And you know how irritating it can be when you spend half an hour picking at something sticky, only to have a downright ugly gummy spot appear on your toenail. Step into WD-40, the magic weapon of pull-off. So all you have to do is just spray this on lightly and directly onto the surface of the sticker, and just cover all around, and the edges where the adhesive is max. Leave it there for at least a few minutes, after which the formula will seep through the layers and dissolve the glue. When I take it back, I will see that the glue has gotten much softer, which means that I will be able to pull that sticker off the paper much easier and in bigger chunks, rather than frustrating little laces. Chapter 6. Cleaning and protecting battery terminals. A dry battery will spoil your day, and corrosion on the terminals is one of the leading causes of dead battery. This deposit makes the equipment more electrically resistant, which means that your starter motor receives less power and can ultimately leave you at the side of the road. Disconnect your battery, terminals in that order, then spray WD-40 on your terminals and the cable connectors. Not only does it aid in decorroding old corrosion, but it also keeps a protective coating that prevents quick building of corrosion. This is one simple routine that can lengthen the life of your battery by months, and even years, and will spare you the agony of the dreaded call to roadside assistance. Chapter 7. Preventing locks from freezing in winter. Those of you who have ever stepped out into the freezing cold to unlock your car and are unable to turn the key because it is too darn cold know how maddening, as well as unsafe, it can be. Water gets into the lock, and when it becomes zero during night, plunges in the mechanism. An easy temporary remedy is to spray the WD-40 in a lock cylinder before the winter. The water-replacing formula expels the water, lining the internal components so that ice crystallization is more difficult. Such a minor measure will help you to avoid cracking your key or calling in an expensive locksmith. Chapter 8. Keeping rubber seals soft and flexible. Whether it is the doors, the windows, or the trunk of your car, the rubber weather seals, that pliant, flexible strips which run along the doors, all depend upon them to keep out rain, wind, dust, and road noise. The importance of these is in terms of a comfortable, quiet interior and water damage protection to your car. In the long run, though, these seals wear out against the elements. Excessive heating, sunlight, and change in temperature leads to drying up of the rubber, stiffening, and cracking of the rubber. When that occurs, you might end up with irritating sounds of whistling in the highway, wet carpets due to the seeping of rainwater, or even mold and mildew in the cabin. Changing worn seals is not cheap as well, and even though it may vary with the make and model of your car, it can cost you a few $100s. Spending only a few minutes on treating your weather seals will enable them to establish a tight and safe fit many years longer. It not only enhances comfort when driving, but you also avoid the expensive repairs given by leaking water or by intrusion of wind. It is probably one of the simplest preventive maintenance measures that you can take, and it might save you quite some money and inconvenience in a long-term perspective. Chapter 9. Cleaning tar, grease, and bugs from paintwork. Following a long road trip, your car may have bug splatters, tar spots, or grease stains refusing to clean off your car paint. Not only is it not pretty, these pollutants can corrode through the clear coat and leave an ugly scar. With WD-40, you can not only safely dissolve these sticky messes, but you do not damage your paint. Spray the region on the skin which is affected, wait 1 minute, and wipe it clean using a soft cloth. You will be shocked how simple it can be to remove the gunk off and how much happier your vehicle becomes afterwards. Chapter 10. Restoring license plates and chrome trim. Faded chrome trim and rusty license plates that may be on a new car can make that car look like it has been neglected. Don T replaced them rather work a WD-40 revival. Spritz some onto the surface and allow it to penetrate into the pores within a couple of minutes and rub using the microfiber. The marks of rust come off, the metal gleams again, and the metal appears clean. This is a really cheap way to make over your car, particularly useful when you want to have as much curb appeal as possible without spending a fortune in an attempt to sell your car. Chapter 11. Lubricating seatbelt mechanisms. A sluggish lump of a seatbelt is not only irritating, it is a safety risk. Gradually, the retraction mechanism may be blocked by dust and dirt, which can make the belt slackish or even jammed. Take the seatbelt out as far as it goes, spray a dab of WD-40 on a piece of clothing, not on the belt itself, and run the cloth up and down the belt. Then make it draw back gradually. This keeps the belt clean, clears out any debris, and greases the moving parts in the retractor. The result? A seat belt that is easy to control and can always save your life on the road. The $5 can that saves you thousands. On the face of it, WD-40 may appear to be a mere common item boxed in your garage. But, as you have witnessed, this small, humble can is one of the most multi-purposed and money-saving must-haves that any car owner could own. Whether it is preventing rust or restoring headlights, cleaning sticky spills, or keeping the parts of your car moving freely, WD-40 is as close to a magic elixir as you can purchase in a couple of dollar bills. The best bit? The majority of these tricks can be performed in under 5 minutes and can help to avoid problems costing hundreds or even thousands to fix later. Next time you are in your garage, pick up that can of blue and apply to your car the protection and care it is entitled to.